everybody, welcome aboard. My name is Nico. I'll be one of your deck hands for today, and we just need to do a life jacket demonstration. You don't need to wear these life jackets out to sea, but you do need to know how to put them on in the case of an emergency. These life jackets are located downstairs inside underneath the seats in the cabin, and also located downstairs on the middle deck inside the wheelhouse. Put a life jacket on. On this roof we've got three 50-person life rafts on board. Put a life jacket on. It's nice and simple. Reflective tape at the front. Your arm's going to go through one side, and your arm goes to the other side. Clip in the middle, and you pull it nice and tightly to adjust. Just put it on the water today, folks. Please make sure you're holding on at all times, 3 points of contact. Just don't want anyone falling over and hurting themselves. It's the last thing we want. At the back of the boat, on the left and right hand side, we've got 2 toilets. If you're using the toilets today, please don't throw any sanitary products into the toilets. They're marine grade systems and they cannot handle it. Also, if you're feeling seasick, please don't go in there as well. You'll feel 10 times worse, trust me. Please no smoking, no vaping allowed on board. It's a 3-hour tour. One last thing, your seasickness. Seasickness does happen and can occur. If you're feeling seasick today, please let your crew members know as soon as possible, and we'll give you a seasick bag to hold on to. There is no shame. Please do not be afraid to ask us for a seasick bag. We'd rather you be safe than sorry. We'd rather you be seasick in a bag than being seasick on the deck. One of the best things you can do to help not get seasick is do not eat, okay? Little fluid, so don't eat, and 0 fluid, and you should feel good. Stay outside in nice, cool, fresh air, you'll feel 100 times better. If you're not feeling well, got any questions or anything, please come find us, give us a wave or a shout, and we'll be here, happy to help you. Any questions? Beautiful, thank you.
Through Sydney Harbour, folks, we use the clock spotting system when we describe direction from the vessel. So the very front of the boat, if you're looking dead ahead, is the 12 o'clock position, and it's just like the hands on the clock face. So at 12 o'clock, in the centre of Sydney Harbour is Fort Denison, that little Fort Island in the middle. The big water tower high on the hill above Rose Bay. The Navy ship L01 is at 1 o'clock position. The Royal Botanical Gardens is at 2 o'clock. The Opera House is at your 3 o'clock. The back of the boat is 6 o'clock. And coming up on your 11 o'clock, you've got that yellow boat passing. So that's how we use the clock system. And we describe when we're saying, oh, the whales are at 1 o'clock, 100 metres. So just remember, the front of the boat is 12 o'clock, back of the boat is 6 o'clock. No one's really watching. And the bay on your right, that's Woolloomooloo Bay. Any of you watched the movie Gladiator with Russell Crowe? Russell Crowe lives in that first apartment complex in Woolloomooloo Bay. He's on the second story. His old mate John Rawls, the old radio commentator, is on the downstairs ground floor. Oh yeah, you know, he's 6 feet under now apparently. But Russell's still going good and strong. Just coming up on your right, we're going to run past all the eastern suburbs. So at your 12 o'clock, high on the hill, you've got the houses and the water tower and the lighthouse. So that's Rose Bay. And then if you move around to the right, at your 1 o'clock position, you've got Point Piper, and there's a little island just in at 1 o'clock called Clark Island. There's actually 7 different islands inside Sydney Harbour. Spread out. There's 2 in the main harbour and several further upstream. In at your 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock is Double Bay. Very exclusive postcodes, Double Bay and Rose Bay. Probably the most expensive real estate in Australia. In at your 3 o'clock, where all the sailing boat masts are, right up in the corner of the bay is Rushcutters Bay. And in at your 4 o'clock there, the high-rise buildings, you're up at King's Cross, Woolloomooloo. Looking for the whales. Every time the whales come up to cruise, they blow their spout or their blow. And on a good, calm, clear day like today, you'll see it blow. Hold on, hold on. And now the boat is also going to start to rock and roll because we're heading out onto the open ocean. So at any stage of the trip today, whenever you're standing up out of the seat, you're always holding on. Do your hats up tight. is humpback whale migration season. What that means for Sydney-siders, for anyone on the Australian East Coast, for 6 months of the year, from May through till November, there is a massive migration of humpback whales passing Sydney's front doorstep. So the whales spend their summer months in Antarctica, but when it all begins to freeze over in Antarctica, the whales leave Antarctica and they begin this incredible migration up to the Great Barrier Reef for the winter months. Now the reason the whales head up to the Great Barrier Reef is so that they can give birth to their calves in the warm tropical waters.
Yeah, I've got to cover the north side.
Birth to their calves in the freezing waters of Antarctica. The calves aren't able to survive those freezing temperatures. So we get 3 months of whales swimming north, swimming to Queensland, and then we get 3 months of whales swimming from Queensland on their way back to Antarctica. So we are sort of ballpark vicinity of where that blow was. So what we've got to do, the whale's obviously come up, it's had a few breaths, it's now gone down for a dive. So we have just got to wait till it comes up, and then we can work out if it's swimming north, swimming to the Great Barrier Reef, or if it's swimming south, swimming back to Antarctica. And then we just travel at the same course and speed as the whale. And that's usually anywhere between a walking and a jogging speed. Some days a little bit quicker, some days a little bit slower. It just depends on the whale and the mood that they're in. Are they going to jump for you today? 100%, I don't know. They may jump for you, they may not. It's totally up to the whale. They are wild animals. Some days they are in the mood to jump, but pectoral fin slap, but tail slap, but head slap and lunges and all sorts, and other days they're just cruising quietly. So we just have to be patient, give the whale a little bit of space, let it get used to the boat being around. We want eyes on the left side, the right side, in front, and also out the back of the boat. Just until we've pinpointed this whale. Just going to look like a little puff of mist on the water, a little blow, a little spout, but then it will just disappear. So if you see it pop up, we want you to point to it, call it out. So that's while we're waiting for it to pop up. probably start surfing under your feet on the very front, on the bow of the boat. If you look under the front of the boat, they might be surfing there.
Allez sur les vagues sous l'eau.
Surfing under the front of the boat and down the sides of the boat. We're just a big toy for them to play with. We're creating a wave, a pressure wave. And those dolphins just surfing that wave as we move through the water. At free ride for them, really. They hardly even have to kick their tail to keep up. Just surfing that free wave.
I saw a white cap over near that, near over there, in between the two yachts.
That's the monkey boat.
Is it? Yeah, yeah. I don't know what the name of that thing is.
A hunk of junk.
Yeah, well that too, that's all I know it as. Put it this way, everything's doing long downers.
Yeah.
Those dolphins still surfing with us, they are the oceanic bottlenose dolphins.
Common.
Oh, they're common, right?
Common, mate.
Common short-beaked dolphin. So you can see them. So I can't see them. But they are toned in colour. And if you listen very, very carefully, you might hear a very high-pitched squealing sound, like an ultrasonic high-frequency sound. And often that's the dolphins chattering to each other as they're swimming under the bow.
Maddie, I'm going to go back over and cover up north.
bow as well. Yeah, you still got some up the front? Just give me a thumbs up if you're on the front and the dolphins are under your feet. I can't see. Yeah, they're still there. Well done. They're having a good time, those dolphins. So the good news is, ladies and gentlemen, we're actually heading to some whales. There's a little cluster of little boats up here in front. They are sitting with some humpback whales. We've been travelling with them for a while. And those boats are all just departing now, so hopefully there'll be maybe us and another boat out there. So we'll pick up where they've left off.
No, I said it's quite
There is an albatross on the right side of the boat, coming across at our 1 o'clock. It's going to come across the front of the boat, 1 o'clock. It's going to come across to 12 o'clock. That albatross has one of the world's largest wingspan of any bird species. They can get up to 2 metres wingspan, the albatross. And we've got some more dolphins coming in pretty quickly on our 3 o'clock. About around 4 o'clock, 150 metres. I don't think they're coming to join us. Try and position ourselves so that we're not looking into the sun. It'll just take us a few minutes to get set up, to work out the course and the speed of the whales. As I said earlier, once we've assessed their course and speed, we just travel the same course and speed. The course for these whales will be pretty much north. They don't tend to zig and zag and swim in circles. They're usually on the shortest, most direct route up to the breeding grounds on the Great Barrier Reef. And the dive times is anywhere between 3 minutes and 8 minutes is an average dive. Some days a little bit longer, sometimes a little bit shorter. It just depends on the whales, the mood they're in. There's a good chance that we're going to bump into other pods of whales out here as well today, so we may get to look at other groups of humpback whales. At this time of the year, predominantly humpback whales. Oop, there's a fish trap right in front of us. So just at 11 o'clock, you can see those 3 floating styrofoam balls in the water. So that is a fish trap. Now what a fish trap is, it is a perfectly legal way of fishing for all the Sydney commercial fishing boats. And those four boys, they will have probably 150 metres, maybe 200 metres of rope going down to the ocean floor, and there will be a big cage, a fish trap. And it's how the Sydney commercial fishing fleet catch a lot of the fish, to go to the Sydney fish markets, to go to the restaurants. But it is a real hazard to not only boats, but also to whales. Many whales on this East Coast migration become entangled in commercial fishing gear hanging in the ocean. Very sad but true. Even yesterday we actually followed a whale that had rope tangled around its tail from a fish trap. It probably was towing about 20 metres of rope, was wrapped around the tail, and obviously couldn't dislodge the rope. And we see many whales entangled during this migration, because on the Australian East Coast there's 50,000 humpback whales that are migrating up and down the Australian East Coast for 6 months of the year. And to provide fish for the consumers, hanging in the ocean are thousands and thousands and thousands of kilometres of commercial fishing gear. Long lines, bottom lines, set lines, drop lines, fish traps. Some of those tuna longliners, they will lay one line 30 kilometres long with 2,000 hooks on it. And very easy for whales. As soon as they swim past, if they touch one of these ropes or long lines or bottom lines or set lines, they can very, very easily become entangled. And suddenly they're dragging 150, 200 metres of rope and a fish trap and 4 floating buoys, and as the whale tries to twist and untangle itself, it usually just entangles itself even more. Okay, so the whale hopefully is going to be on our left hand side at our 9 o'clock position. It's been down for just on 4 minutes. So average dive time anywhere between 3 minutes and 8 minutes. Sometimes might be up to 10 minutes. So how the migration works, the whales spend their summer months in Antarctica, way down beneath Tasmania. Not to be confused with the Arctic Circle in the Northern Hemisphere. We are dealing with the Southern Hemisphere, Antarctica. So that is the summer feeding grounds for the humpback whales. Down there is a massive abundance of krill. Now krill is just very small prawns, very similar to the same prawns that you buy from the fish shop. The whales spend all summer long feeding up, fattening up on this Antarctic krill. at the end of the summer, when it all begins to freeze over in Antarctica, February, March, April, May, June, that's when all of the whales leave Antarctica and begin this incredible migration up to the warm waters of the Great Barrier Reef. The reason they head up to the Great Barrier Reef for the winter months, seeking that warm 24, 25 degree water temperature to give birth to their calves in that warm water. They can't give birth to their calves in the freezing waters of Antarctica. The calves aren't born with enough blubber to survive those freezing water temperatures in Antarctica. So these whales undertake this migration, spending up to 6 months of the year on migration, and it is one of the world's longest migration of any species on Earth. Yeah, there's only a couple of other species that migrate further than humpback whales. Little minke whales can migrate a little bit further north than the humpbacks. Some migratory birds might fly 30,000 kilometre round trip migrations. Some of the little crested terns will fly from Antarctica to the Arctic Circle and back to Antarctica, 30,000 kilometres. But humpback whales do this migration every year without fail. There's only a small percentage of humpback whales that remain behind in Antarctica for those winter months. They all head off into the breeding grounds. Now we're just coming up on 8 minutes. I reckon they should be up soon. There we go, there's our whales. Nice and close.
Folks on the bow, if you cannot see, head down the stairs where you will see the whales. If you cannot see that, head down those stairs. Whales up!
There's 2 large adults there. I'm pretty sure they're adults, so a bit hard to judge the size of them at this stage of the game, but
There's the whales, guys!
one of them could well be a pregnant female. Hard to see at this distance.
Whales up, folks, whales up.
Just to give you an idea on the size of these humpback whales, 11 metres to 14 metres is an average size. They can get up to 18 metres long. Our boat is 26 metres long. That boat over there is 11 metres long.
Треба, щоб ще з води високо виходить. Зараз поставимо.
Hey Simon, Glenn. Hey Glenn. Mate, on your left o'clock, it's splashing out on the headland.
See that, Messi?
Yeah, we're lock and don't. Left of the sun, mate, they're blowing now. That roundish headland, left of the sun. Going now. go, mate, because they're continual.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So they've obviously taken their breaths and they've gone down for their dive. So I reckon they're going to be down for another 8 minutes roughly. That seems
Just the tail flaps. Maddie's looking through the binoculars, telling me what's going on. Okay, these guys haven't stopped.
Just going to sit tight here, ladies and gentlemen, just till we work out which direction we're going to head. So keep your eyes peeled, right side, in front, left side, even behind. Just waiting for these blows to come up again. There we go, right in front, 1 o'clock, well spotted.
That's another one.
So we'll just, there we go.
Hey Nick.
I'm going to put the whale on the right hand side.
These are the ones I saw.
Yeah.
So guys, squeeze down. Same thing, squeeze down the right hand side. Right hand side, squeeze down.
Just squeeze up. Yeah, if you're on the right hand rail, move, keep sliding to your right. We've got to put a lot of people on the rail yet. Shuffle up, everyone take 3 steps to your right. Just squeeze in there. That's it, don't be shy. Make room. Yeah, we will get out of the sun in a little bit.
These are southbound tubies.
Is it a single whale or a pair? Two humpback whales. Now these could have been the whales that were active that the boys saw through the binoculars.
Come up. Whales up, guys.
They were sort of in this vicinity.
Whales up, guys. Whales up.
I might come down again in case they react.
I really want them to bug us.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of hoping that too. See,
Folks, if you cannot see on this level, we've got another tire level downstairs as well.
that was our whales. That was a nice short dive time. It was only 5-minute dive time. Whale watching can often be a patience game. 1 minute they're not doing much, but I wouldn't recommend sitting down stroking your iPhone, updating your latest Facebook status or your TikTok status, because if you take your eyes off the water and this whale decides it's going to jump, you'll absolutely miss it. It happens very unexpectedly. There's no warning. 1 minute it's all quiet, you're seeing nothing, and next minute there could be 30 tonne of whale fully airborne out of the water. And if you're not watching the water, you will miss it. So even when you're having a conversation with your friend, don't look at the person you're talking to. Have your conversation by all means, but keep your eyes on. So I'm going to put the whale on the left-hand side of the boat as I spin.
Left-hand side, ladies and gents. Spread down the left-hand side. Don't just bunch up in the corner. Spread all the way down, please. Spread all the way down. Five down, folks.
When the little calves are born up in Queensland, they're with their mother, and they're about 3 to 4 metres long at birth, and they weigh about 1,500 kilos. So that's the weight of a small calf, 1.5 tonnes. Drinking massive amounts of mother's milk, drinking anywhere between 300 and 600 litres of milk every day. And mum's milk contains a massive 60% fat content. Now that is massive fat content, 60%. A woman's breast milk she feeds her infant is about 4% fat. Your litre of milk in the supermarket is about 5% fat. Your skinny milk, light milk is about 1% fat. So these little calves drinking such big quantities of mother's milk with that high fat content, they put on anywhere between 20 and 40 kilos of weight each day. They need to put on those large amounts of blubber, so by the time they get back to the freezing waters of Antarctica, they've got a good enough layer of blubber to survive those freezing water temperatures in Antarctica. And then mother and calf will spend all summer long together in Antarctica, feeding up, fattening up. By about 6 months of age, the calf is weaned off the teat. And by then it's feeding on the krill, the plankton, the jellyfish, the fish. And then the end of next summer, when it all begins to freeze over, mother and calf will leave Antarctica together, and they will begin the calf's first full migration back to Queensland waters. And somewhere on that calf's first full migration, at about age 1.5, mother and calf will separate and go their own way. So that little calf is then, it's age 1 approximately, and it's on its own in the world. They don't stick together as a family pod, they don't mate for life. There's nothing along those lines in the world of humpback whales. And I reckon that's what we've got here. I reckon we've got a yearling that has just left its mum because it's quite small, and we find a lot of those little small yearlings or juveniles, they usually come quite close into the heads. I haven't quite worked it out yet that they need to be staying a bit further away from the heads to avoid all the boating traffic. But I reckon, just looking at the size of this whale, I reckon that's what we've got. Last year's calf, it's now a yearling, and it's just left its mum within the last, I don't know, 6 weeks maybe. That's what you want.
Come on, Richie! Come on! We'll leave those little whales. Hope they've had a good time up on the Queensland Great Barrier Reef, and hope to have a successful summer season of feeding back in Antarctica. I could well see these whales again next April, May, June, July, August, as they're heading north back to the Great Barrier Reef.